They say the economy is recovering, but have you looked at your bank account lately? Prices are still up, gas is unpredictable, groceries cost more than a small vacation, and yet, the headlines scream, market boom, and investors winning. But if you're working 9 to 5, juggling bill, trying to save, it sure doesn't feel like a boom. It feels like you're being left behind. So, what's really going on? Let's break it down. No fluff, no fancy Wall Street language. Just the raw truth about what's happening to you, to millions of Americans, and how the system is silently squeezing the middle class without ever making the front page. Every day stocks are climbing, but credit card debt is exploding. Job reports sound great, but most of them are part-time gigs with no benefits. And while they say inflation is cooling, you're still skipping items at the checkout aisle just to stay under budget. This isn't just bad luck, this is by design, a silent recession where the rich adjust and the average American drowns quietly. So in this video, we're going to uncover what's really behind this disconnect, why most people are feeling poorer even while markets go green, and how you can shift your mindset and money before it's too late. Because here's the truth, if you don't understand the game, you're the one being played. So grab a coffee, or sit back for 8 minutes that might just change the way you see 2025. Let's get into it. All right. So how do you actually grow, not just survive, in this market? The answer's not in some guru's $500 course. It's right here, in the data, in the headlines, in the quiet moves smart people are already making, while most of the country is too distracted to notice. You hear it every day. Inflation is easing. The Fed is pausing rate hikes. Consumer confidence is up. But let's be honest, when you walk into a grocery store, when you fill up your gas tank, when you look at your paycheck, does it feel like inflation is easing? No. It feels like you're spending more, earning less, and trying to keep your head above water while everything around you gets more expensive. And that's your signal. See, while the media shows green arrows and happy headlines, smart investors are reading between the lines. Treasury yields are still high. Consumer credit card debt just hit an all-time record. And savings accounts? Practically drained across the board. What does that mean? It means people are struggling but pretending they're not. It means this is the moment where the gap gets wider between the ones who protect and grow and the ones who fall behind, quietly. Now let me say this. The people winning right now, they're not chasing hype. They're not gambling on the next viral coin or some get-rich-quick stock. They're playing defense first, and then offense. One smart move at a time. They're shifting their cash into things like short-term bonds. Boring? Maybe. But right now, they're paying better than most risky stocks. They're using high-yield platforms where their money doesn't just sit idle. They're investing in pieces of strong, long-term companies through fractional shares, without dropping thousands up front. Here's what that looks like. You start by tracking where money is flowing. Use free tools, Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, even Twitter. Ask yourself, what industries are gaining quietly? What sectors are being pushed in the background while everyone else looks the other way? Next, avoid overreaction. Don't jump into everything you see on TikTok or some late-night podcast. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Real growth takes focus, not frenzy. Then, whatever you earn, even $50 extra, don't let it sit. Don't spend it just to feel better for a day. Start building. Use it to dollar-cost average into something solid. Maybe a low-volatility ETF. Maybe a diversified index. Slow steps. Strong foundation. This is how you grow in a market like 2025. You use the pressure to focus. You don't panic. You position. The news tells you what already happened. But trends whisper before they shout. You watch what big companies are doing. You follow where the job market shifts. You pay attention to what foreign governments are saying about the dollar. These aren't just headlines, they're roadmaps. Because in 2025, the people who win won't be the loudest. They'll be the most observant, the most patient, the most intentional, and that's what we're doing here. So stick around, because next, we're diving deeper into what assets to actually watch, what to avoid, and how to grow even when the system feels like it's working against you. Let's move forward, smarter. So, what should you actually be watching right now? What assets? What trends? What opportunities are quietly building wealth, while most people are stuck in survival mode? Let's break it down, in plain language. Right now, the market is split between noise and real signals. Most of what you see online, it's noise, clickbait, panic, or extreme optimism with no plan behind it. But if you look closer, the real wealth in 2025 is moving into 3 lanes. Number 1, low volatility, income-generating assets. I'm talking about dividend-paying ETFs, U.S. Treasury funds, covered call strategies. These aren't flashy, they're not viral, but they quietly deliver consistent returns while protecting your capital in an unstable environment. Because let's face it, if your money isn't working while you sleep, you're always going to be chasing. Number 2, industry-specific shifts. While everyone's watching tech, the quiet money is moving into infrastructure, defense, healthcare, and energy. Why? Because these sectors are backed by long-term necessity. They don't just trend, they survive through every economic cycle. You don't need to buy into 20 different stocks. You just need to understand the macro story. Who's getting contracts? What industries are recession-resistant? Where are big funds allocating billions, quietly? And number 3, future-facing assets with real utility. Not hype coins, not the latest gamble. I'm talking about tools and platforms that solve actual problems, from fintech to clean energy to logistics. If a company's creating efficiency, replacing outdated systems, or increasing scalability, that's the kind of value that lasts. But here's the key. You're not throwing money around hoping to hit the jackpot. You're building, layer by layer. That means small positions, regular investing, holding through the noise, and trusting the process, not the headlines. And here's the secret most won't tell you. It's not about choosing the perfect asset. It's about building the perfect system for your life. A system that works with your income, that protects your time, that grows while you stay focused on what really matters. So how do you start? First, automate what you can. Set recurring transfers, even if it's just $50. Move it to a cash-efficient fund. You'll never miss that money. But in 12 months, you'll feel the difference. Second, track your inflows and outflows. Not just budgeting. I mean awareness. Know where your money goes, down to the dollar. Because if you can't manage $100, you'll never master 10,000. Third, build around protection first. Emergency savings. 0 high-interest debt. Only then do you play offense. You don't build a skyscraper on sand. You build it on solid ground. And finally, stay calm. Stay consistent. Stay curious. Because the system wants you reactive. It wants you emotional. But you're building something bigger. You're moving different. You're thinking long-term. You're growing forward. And if you stay on that path, the same market that's crushing others will quietly carry you. That's how you grow in 2025. Now here's the part nobody wants to talk about. How do you protect yourself from the traps? Because for every smart opportunity out there are a dozen distractions. A dozen voices shouting, buy this now, flip that fast, this one stock will make you rich. But let's be real. If wealth was built off hype, everybody would be rich by now. The truth is, the system is full of noise, and that noise is designed to pull you in emotionally. Fast money, fast fame, fast failure. So how do you stay safe? First, learn to sit still. Sometimes the smartest financial move is doing nothing. When you don't understand something fully, don't invest in it. If you can't explain it in one sentence, walk away. Second, avoid urgency. Real wealth doesn't rush. If someone's telling you it's now or never, it's almost always never. Third, watch who you listen to. If someone's selling you a dream but living off your clicks, be careful. Trust the strategy, not the spotlight. The person who whispers truth is often more valuable than the one who screams success. And finally, protect your peace, because money without clarity is just noise. Growth without discipline is just luck. You're not here to gamble. You're here to build. Quietly, strongly, intentionally. The economy will rise and fall. Trends will come and go. But if your plan is grounded, your mind is clear, and your heart stays focused, you won't just survive 2025, you'll rise from it. So stay the course. Build smart. Move quiet. Grow forward. If this message hit home, share it with someone who needs clarity, not chaos. And if you're serious about building real wealth, subscribe and move different with us.